Hello, this is Matt Thomas back again with Sonic Academy to do some tech tips, and this time we're going to be doing them with Anna 2. For the last many months, I've been building up a preset pack for the guys at Sonic Academy, really delving into what Anna 2 can do, the stuff that doesn't leap out at you. And doing that, I've found a lot of interesting sort of shortcuts, a few kind of weird little corners that maybe aren't so obvious. So number one, we're going to look at a little trick I use quite often, which was the mod envelope as a transient designer. Transient designers, as you know, things to kind of control the front end of your sound. So let's quickly get a nice, soft, satisfying sound going, but something that's not necessarily that pokey. So let's get a triangle. There we go. Let's put it through the korg filter. Nice warm one. Some resonance. Okay, and I'm going to have that slow attack on this, just because that's the kind of sound I'm after. So let's get some. Okay, so a really simple sound. Now, obviously, you can have any sound going on. The point is just to quickly illustrate this on something which isn't necessarily biting that hard. So how do we give that a little extra poke? Well, what we're going to do is use the mod envelope over here. So I'm going to pull the sustain down to kind of 0 area, the decay to about 50. These aren't magic numbers, have a play with your own, but what you're trying to do basically is a very short blip of an envelope. And then we want to give that some depth, otherwise it won't do anything. And then apply it to a couple of different destinations. Let's have some drive on that. Yeah, okay. So we're going to apply it to some destinations. Let's have a bit of reverb for this, just make it a little prettier. Pull the amount of reverb down. Okay, so now we're ready to try and make that snap a bit harder. So we've got this short blippy envelope. Let's assign it to a few things. So first thing I'm going to do is assign it to the cutoff. So mod envelope 1, right click on that cutoff. I'm going to assign it to the volume of oscillator 1 that we're using over here. So again, mod env 1, and I'm going to stick some onto the drive as well. Now all of those are going to get boosted the same amount by this depth here. So when it's on 0, they're not getting boosted. Okay. As I start winding this right, you hear quite a sort of a rather getting ugly thud there, which actually does work in terms of making the thing poke out, but it's not the most elegant sound. So what we do is we go into the mod matrix and we change how much that depth affects each destination. So even at 100%, the mod envelope only affects the filter drive by a depth of 40. Same, I want to bring the volume down a bit so that it doesn't bite too hard. I think I'll leave the filter quite high. So let's have a listen to that now. So we've got... So from this sound, start to sort of bite a little. Probably I'll be myself working around there as a maximum, but if you need a bit more for like really dense parts of the mix, you've got that kind of real thumping version. And you simply control that with the depth. For a little sort of extra definition on that front end, what you could also do is add some noise. So let's put some pink noise on oscillator 4. And again, bring the volume right down here and simply assign that volume to mod env 1. Nip into the mod matrix. It's on 100%. That might be a bit too much. Let's drop it to, say, 50 so it doesn't stick out all over all the other sounds, and hear what happens. And there you go. There's now a little kind of fizzy bite in that extra volume. Stick an arpeggiator on for a sec. So that's our default starting sound. And at points in the mix or wherever we want to bring that out, that's simple. You can also, because we have a negative depth on the mod envelope, you can also make something softer. one final destination I occasionally do with these, and by all means, you send it wherever you like, see what happens when you add this little blip to a parameter just at the start of the sound. Another place we can send it to is the oscillator's fine pitch. Again, not too much, and that should give us a little sweeping thump. And don't forget, once you've got this thing up there, of course, have a mess with the the decay time. A nice idea to finish this off would be to assign, if you want some quick controls, assign depth to macro 1 and assign that decay to macro 2, and then you can mess around with all that stuff just from the macros. And that's it, using the mod envelope as a transient designer, a little sort of front end ping on any sound you want.
Thanks everybody for watching, commenting, and indeed liking. We really do appreciate all the support we get here on our Sonic Academy YouTube channel. So if you found this video super useful, please, we'd love you to hit the subscribe button. We update the YouTube channel every week with new content. And if you want to watch some more relevant content, just click on the videos beside me.